Okay, welcome to NRM 4403 Aerial Terrain Analysis, and let's jump right in to Blackboard. I want to go over a few things with you briefly. There is a downloadable syllabus and schedule. Oh, let me get to that. Okay, so here, and then it is all printed out for you here as well. We will adhere to this schedule unless something dramatic happens with maybe rain or when we're doing data collection, but we're going to stick to this schedule. Okay, so under submission instructions, nearly all of you followed these extremely well. I was really impressed with what you turned in for Lab 1 for the most part. Your notes were excellent, and some of you really did a good job with the handwritten notes especially. And I want to explain again very quickly, the reason I'm having you do that is I'm not a full-time academic, and I've worked in the professional field for over 15 years. And so I have seen the value of being able to take quick, effective handwritten notes over and over again. When you're in the field, you can't be fumbling around for phones or iPads and try and capture things that way. And especially if you're talking to your boss or a client, they don't want you scribbling on a tablet or something, okay? And they don't want you just staring at them. What they want is that you're listening, excuse me, and you're taking some very concise notes. Think about it like a police detective interviewing witnesses at a scene. Okay, they always use a pen and paper because people get rattled when they know they're being recorded. Okay, so that is the reason for that. And so keep up the good work there. Now, this was really cool. Most of you guys did a really good job on this. Okay, this is an embedded version here in Blackboard, but I recommend you go to the link, and that's going to take you to this app. All right, and the way this works is up here you can navigate to another feature. Great shot there, Campbell, by the way. So the features in this case are ourselves. Okay, sometimes the features could be trees. Sometimes they could be dams, but in this case, the features are ourselves. And down here, if you want to navigate through, and you should navigate through all of the attachments, you can do so this way. All right. So I just want to quickly introduce myself, and I went through all of these, okay, and I really enjoyed getting to know you guys. All right. This is me. I'm originally from Pennsylvania. This shot was taken in Marfa, Texas. I enjoy photography, and you can see all the rest of that later. So the other thing about Blackboard that I want to show you is the labs and submissions. Okay, so we're going to have a series of videos in here. Each one of these titles, 1, 2, 3, and 4, will become a hyperlink for the videos. All right, and I'm going to give you these bullet points to help you see what's important. Now, don't just handwrite these bullet points or I'm just going to have to take them off. All right, so but use this as a guide. You know, when you go into a meeting, you're often given an itinerary, and it's a good idea to read it first. Okay, now while we're here, I want you to download, just by clicking, the GIS project extra folders template. Okay, so that's it for Blackboard. Remember, at this point, you should have access to ArcGIS Pro. All right, and if you don't, make sure you figure out how you are going to use this software throughout the semester. And then we will be downloading data from online sites, and these are the links that we will be using. All right, let's close out of the internet. And what we're going to do right now is get our first project started. Okay, So if you're on a school computer, you're not going to see this toolbar. So, if you're on your own machine and you don't have Pro tab down here, just click or tap the Windows button. All right, it's in the bottom left corner of your keyboard, and it's like 4 little windows together. And just type in Arc, okay, and click Open. Okay, so this is the splash screen. When you open up the software, you should see your name, your username over here. That means you're logged in. If you're not, the sign-in data is on Blackboard. Okay, your screen is going to look a little bit different because the software helpfully lists all of your recent projects for easy access down here. But what we're going to do to create a brand new project is click on Map. Okay, and before we even name the project, what we need to do is tell ArcGIS where are you going to store the root project folder. This isn't a program like Microsoft Word or PowerPoint where you just have one simple file. You can have dozens of files and links and layouts and maps all contained in one project. Okay, that's why it says new project up here. So think of yourself as a project manager, which is actually a very successful corporate term for people that have mastered the ability to handle large-scale projects, okay? So the first thing to decide is, where are we going to put our project? And so what we're going to do is click on this Browse button, the yellow folder, and we're going to go to our OneDrive. So for many of you, especially on your school computers, I want to do this from the ground up, all right? And so I'm going to click on this PC. And you know, you may not see your name here, so we're going to, I just want to show you how to do it from the ground up. You can click on the C drive and then go to Users, okay? And then you'll see your name, okay? And then you'll see OneDrive Texas Tech. Now, you might, if you're using your laptop, you may see another OneDrive. That's your personal. Don't use that one, all right? That's going to get things messed up. So OneDrive Texas Tech. Then you should have created a folder for this class. If not, do it now. Okay. Here's something also that is important, all right? Otherwise, you can get, if you don't get this right and grasp the concept, you will get a bit lost in the weeds. We are simply pointing to a folder telling the software, this is where you want us, this is where we want you to put our project. And then ArcGIS Pro is going to create a folder for us with all of the subfolders and databases we need within this primary folder. So watch down here. Right now, if we said okay, it would make a folder out here, but we want it in here. So we're saying, okay, please put our project in NRM 4403. That's it. Okay, click OK. Now we're going to name it, and here is our naming convention for this project. It's going to be 4403 underscore, okay, and we're going to say project 1 underscore F24, just means fall of 24 semester, and then please put your full name with an underscore. Okay, and now see, it's going to create a folder for us in our NRM folder, and we're good to go. So let's click OK. And our project is now off and running. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to add the extra folders that we downloaded. So what I want you to do is hold down on the Windows button and tap E. and that's going to bring up File Explorer, and then go to your Downloads folder, okay, and click on this extra folders and choose Extract All, all right, and you can just hit OK here. So here's the extra folder template. And now hold that. If you have all of this junk, I try and keep my Downloads folder clean, and this is a bad example of what not to do. But I want you to select both the unzipped and the zipped folder. And if you have stuff in the way and you can't use Shift, just hold down Control again, and it'll just select those two. Now hold down Control for the 9th time and tap X. Okay, that's going to cut these two files. Go to your NRM folder, okay, and paste by clicking Control V. Paste those here, all right, and then open up the unzipped one. Open it up again, and you're going to have all of these empty folders that I made, but they're named correctly, okay. Hold down Control and tap A for all, Control X, okay, go to your project folder, and Control V will paste. Okay, last thing for this mini section is we're going to delete the unzipped folder. You always want to get rid of what you don't need. We're going to create, hold down Shift Control tap N. This makes a new folder, and we are going to call this GIS data, and this is going to be a general data folder, okay? And so we're going to keep a copy of this zipped folder template in here for future use. Okay, now the last thing we need to do is on Blackboard, you will see an imagery folder, okay? What we just did with this extra folders, do the same thing for the imagery folder, okay? And that is it for this part of mini section 1, and I will see you in the next section.